The ash still falls from an August sky. Geiger counters sing where the cherry trees once stood. A warning carved in radon and in blood. Paper cranes in the Peace Park, 1,000 in a chain. Folded by the children who will never feel the rain. Who don't stands naked against the dawn. A skeleton of concrete where the future was reborn from the black rain's memory. The world learned how to fear. The price of one decision, echoing year after year. May it never rise again. Two cities taught the wages of our sin. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, your silence is the vow. Never again, never again, never, no, never again. Never again. Never again. One paper crayon. crusade, a tragic tale. Young hearts sailed on a windless sail, betrayed and broken, lost to the sea. Dreams of salvation turned to misery. 9 times they marched, 9 times they bled. For every soul saved, 1,000 dead. In acres, ruins, in Haddon's dust lay the truth of war. In God we trust. In God we trust. The fire of faith, both blessed and stained. From Constantinople, smoldering gate to the Teutonic Knights and their Baltic fate. The Crusades live on in story and song, a warning, a prayer where we all belong. Now the banners lie where the poppies grow. Cross and crescent sleep in the earth below. For faith and glory, for king and creed, the Crusades remind us what hearts can bleed. Sing softly now for the knights of old. Their tale is ended, their story told. In the silence between the minarets call, we hear the echo of one and all.
February dawn on Surabachi's spine, the fleet on the horizon, a steel gray line. Kuribayashi digs the mountain, tunnels carved in stone. 21,000 souls who will never see home. No ships to save them, no sky for retreat. Only the Emperor's name on the wind at their feet. Second a canteen, a final toast to the tide. The rising sun painted on every man's pride. Iwo Jima, black sand and sulfur rain. Bayonets fixed where the lava meets the main. For the homeland, for the code we swore, we hold the rock till the last man falls. Iwo Jima, the Empire's final roar. 21,000 ghosts on a volcanic shore. Marines hit the beaches, the ash swallows boots. Machine guns in caverns spit death from the roots. Flamethrowers answer, the tunnels collapse, yet still they rise from the smoke with the banshees collapse.
the Emperor. Let them.
No surrender, no white cloth, only the night. The last grenade in a circle of friends. A thunderclap prayer as the tunnel descends. March 26th, the final pocket breaks. Kuribayashi walks into the dark with no mistakes. A pistol shot in the bunker, the silence is vast. The flag on Suribachi flies free at last. But under the coral, the dead still stand. Guardians of sand in a forgotten land. Iwo Jima, the sun sets in flames, yet none shall forget the 21,000 names. Though the empire crumbled, the spirit endures. In black sand and silence, the honor is yours. Waves on the basalt. The mountain is still. The ghosts keep watch. They always
Beneath the blazing summer sky, they ride through dust, prepare to die. The 7th marches banners high, for glory, pride, or lie. Whispers tell of Lakota might, of Sitting Bull and sacred right. But Custer's hand won't turn or yield. He draws his line, he'll never kneel. Outnumbered, outflanked, and out of command, still he rides to make his stand. Custer's last stand, right through the fire, the thunder and sand. Drums of the plains, the end has begun. Under the blood-red
stand, right through the storm, through blood and sand. Fire and steel on sacred ground, the echoes of valor still resound. Custer's last stand, glory and ruin go hand in hand. In death he found his destiny's brand, forever they ride. Custer's seventh rides on through the wind and the flame, lost to the ages, but not to the moonlight on the katana, frost on the bamboo. Saigō ride from Kagoshima, 3,000 souls in view. The Meiji drums are beating, the rifles load their steel, but honor binds the rebel heart that will not learn to kneel. Across the Kyushu highlands, the banners snap in flame. The last of old Japan awakes to die in its own name. Hakama stained with morning dew, the haiku of the blade. Every step a silent vow the samurai has made. Saigō stand beneath the rising sun, stealing fire, the ancient way undone. For Bushido, for the soul of the land, we fall together, Saigō's final stand. Final stand. Imperial shells are screaming, the Gatling guns awake, yet still the charge comes roaring for the Emperor's mistake. At Tabaruzaka's reaches, the blood writes crimson scrolls, 1,000 years of silence carved in every rebel soul. The telegraph lines whisper, the age of swords is done, but Saigō hears the ancestors beneath the rising sun. Seppuku in the sunrise, the sakura turns red. A warrior's death is poetry the modern world can't read. Saigō stand beneath the rising sun, still meet fire, the ancient way undone. For Bushido, for the soul of the land, we fall together, Saigō's final stand. The samurai is dead, the cables say, long live the samurai, the mountain answers. Arrows in the dawn, a final prayer, then silence where the wolves once howled. Shiroyama in September, the mist clings to the pine. Saigō sits in stillness, the end of his design. One cut across the belly, the Kaisha Kunin's grace. The last true son of Satsuma departs with quiet face. The rifles cease their thunder. young king with fire in his vein. From Poland's fields through Livland snow, 20,000 march where the never winds flow. Ring skilled at his side with slipping backs call. They cross the Narva on a bridge of ice straw. The river holds firm against the Baltic gale. A path to glory or a watery grace veil. Oh, Narva storm where the tempest rage. Axes clash and the cannon savage barrage. Blue and yellow stand against the Muscovite tide. 1, 2, 4, yet the Swedes turn the tide. For crown and for kin, in the blizzard's cruel bite, the lion of the north claims the frozen fight. Claims the frozen fight. Peter the Great with his boy a host of mass. 50,000 souls in the winter's harsh blast. Cher Ami's banners, Gordon's foreign might. Axes forged in Tula, gleaming cold in the night. They build their earthworks on the river's east shore. Trenches deep, palisades, a fortress of war. The Tsar retreats to camp his dream deferred, while the snow buries hopes in a white sepulchre. Oh, Narva storm where the tempests rage. Axes clash and the cannon savage barrage. Blue and yellow stand against the Muscovite tide. 1, 2, 4, yet the Swedes turn the tide. For crown and for kin, in the blizzard's cruel bite, the lion of the north claims the frozen fight. At dawn the thunder breaks, the bridges groan and crack. Swedish charges pierce the line like a thunderclap's hack. Russians waver, their ranks in panic dissolve. Wagons laden with spoils, the bridges they involve. The ice gives way, Aurora splintered wood and scream. Thousands drown in the Narva's icy, merciless stream. Axes bite through flesh, the wind whips blood to frost. Cher Ami flees his host forever lost. 9,000 Swedes lie still in the drifts of white. Their blood the prize for that November night. Peter learns the sting of a northern blade's kiss. The great northern war begins with this abyss. From Narva's banks, the echo carries far. A tale of valor against the odds beneath the northern star. The Tsar will rise from this frozen defeat, but hear the lion's roarings bold and complete. Oh, Narva storm, now the echoes fade. Axes silent in the snows they've laid. Blue and yellow etched in history's lore. 1, 2, 4, but the Swedes won the war. For crown and for kin, through the blizzard's cruel night, the battle of Narva burns ever bright. Oh, Narva storm, now the echoes fade. Axes silent in the snows they've laid. Blue and yellow etched in history's lore. 1, 2, 4, but the Swedes won the war. For crown and for kin, through the blizzard's cruel light, the battle of Narva burns ever bright. May the 7th, 1915, Cunard's Greyhound cuts the Irish Sea. 4 funnels proud, 30,000 tons of floating pallets packed with souls and guns. Old Ed of Kinsale, the sunburns gold, children on the deck, stories yet untold. Below the waterline, a shadow turns. U-20 rises, weak as finger burns. One torpedo, no warning given. 19 seconds till the end is written. Lusitania, thunder in the deep. 18 minutes till the ocean weeps. 1,200 voices swallowed by the wave. A neutral ship sent screaming to its grave. Lusitania, the spark that lit the flame. From the Celtic grave, America came. Second blast inside the hull, munitions roar, the boilers howl. Starboard list, the lifeboats swing. Mothers throw their babies, prayers on the wing. Captain Turner fights the wheel alone. The pride of Cunard slides to the abyssal zone. Cold Atlantic claims its due. 1,198 turned blue. Torpedo lost, abandoned ship. The Kaiser's gamble, the Reaper's grip. Lusitania, thunder in the deep. 18 minutes till the ocean weeps. From the wreck, the headline screamed in rage. Wilson's pen now signs the war's new page. Lusitania, the bell that tolled too late. A sleeping giant woke to seal your fate. Remember the Lusitania, posters on every wall. Recruiting halls overflow at the siren's call. A coffin nail for Kaiser Bill, a tombstone for the Hun. The U-boat wolf pack sowed the wind, now reaps the storm to come. 108 were children, 94 were babes in arms. Their tiny shoes still drift inside the rusted silent charms. The wreck lies broken 30 fathoms down. Porcelain dolls and rifles share the drowned town. Lusitania, your name will never sleep. Every April 7th, the widows still weep. From the green Atlantic grave you cried and turned the tide of history with the tide. Lusitania, the ghost that broke the chain. Your 18 minutes changed the world in pain. Rockabye baby, on the ocean floor. Sleep tight, Lusitania. Sleep through winter's grasp and hunger's hand, they march across a dying land. The banner's torn, the fires fade. The price of pride, the toll is paid. The king rides on, unbowed, unbent. Through frost and faith, his will unspent. Each mile a grave, each step a prayer. The dead still march their every war. No food, no rest, no mercy shown. The road to ruin paved in stone. March to Poltava, into the the cannons rust. The dream of Sweden turns to dust. Through hunger, pain, and endless fight, they fade into the dying light. 1,000 ghosts on fields of snow, where only silence answers war. The king still leaves his fate unknown. A crown of ice, a heart of stone. March to Poltava, into the flame, for honor's sake, for eternal fame. Through endless night, through fear and pain, they march to die in the lion's name. Poltava, Poltava, mortis gloria, Carolus fortis memoria. Charles brave in memory. At dawn they stand, the cannons roar. The lion bleeds, he rides no more. From Baltic Sea to Russian plain, the northern star begins to wane. March to Poltava, the end is near. The frozen fields, our final beer. Through shot and flame, through blood and pain, they fell as kings in the lion's name. The lion's name. The road to glory ends in snow. The storm is silent. The lion sleeps. The fortress stands defiant. The king rides to the front one last time. Under black November skies, the lion stands, his kingdom dies. Through smoke and snow, through cannons roar, he leads his men forevermore. No fear, no doubt, his gaze is still a crown of frost and iron will. Through mud and flame, through lead and pain, he seeks his fate on Fredriksten. A flash of light, the thunder calls, and silence falls upon Fredriksten pay. From Narva's snow to Poltava's grave, he fought the storm, the proud, the brave. No crown remains, no steel, no throne, but still his name is carved in stone. The shot at Fredriksten, the lion sleeps. His legacy the North still keeps. Through storm and flame, through death's domain, the Lion of the North shall reign. The shot at Fredriksten, the king is gone, yet still his name forever on. Through time and song, his glory stays. Carolus reigns beyond the grave. He fought for faith, he ruled by will, he died a king. Enola and Requiem. He ruled by will, he died by In the shattered woods of Musargon, where the thunder war rolled on and on, men were trapped behind the line, left to fate, left to die. The sky was dark, the ground was flame, no hope, no light, no one to blame. But from the hands of dying men, a bird took flight again. Through the smoke, through the pain, through the fire and the rain, a heartbeat in the sky above, a message born of blood and love. Cher Ami, fly through the storm, through the shell and flame. Carry our hope, remember our names. Wings of mercy, heart of steel. In your flight, the lost shall heal. Cher Ami, when the guns would never cease, you gave your wings for our release. Through the fire, through the cry, you flew so men would not die. Bullets tore through air and bone, yet you flew, though not alone. A broken wing, a blinded eye, still you rose into the sky. The message bound beneath your breast, a final flight, a mortal test. Through the storm of man's design, you crossed the edge of time. One last breath, one final plea. Tell them we still believe. Cher Ami, fly through the storm, through the shell and flame. Carry our hope, remember our names. Wings of mercy, heart of steel. In your flight, the lost shall heal. Cher Ami.
despair came a whisper on the air. Alive!
Kalla land, i exil på främmande strand. Kungen vaktar sitt sista läger mot stormens makt, mot ödets väger. Det kräver att han ger sig nu, men järnviljan brinner och förstör det ljus. Ej viker jag för någon man, Sverige lever i mitt namn. Kanonernas dån ger världens glöd, men kungen står där än i nöd. Kalabaliken i bänder, blod och ära, stål och eld. Svenska svärd mot övermakt, kungens trots hans sista akt. Kalabaliken i bänder, stormen rasar, kungen ler med stålets tro i hjärtats brand. Han faller ej, han står i brand. Den bryter in i nattens timma, eld och rök i himlens dimma. Kan rider fram med draget stål mot 1000 män han ensam tål. Låt världen se mitt sista slag. Jag böjer mig ej denna dag, och trots kulor, trots sin börda, slåss för fosterlandets ära. Ett skott, ett rop, en sista strid, men kungen står där evigt liv. Kalabaliken i bänder, blod och ära, stål och eld. Svenska svärd mot övermakt, kungens trots hans sista akt. Kalabaliken i bänder, stormen rasar, kungen ler i fjärran land i nattens brand. Han försvarar Sveriges namn. Hellre dö än vika bort, hellre falla än bli kort. Sanning är jag kungens tro, svenskens vilja evigt tro. Kalabaliken i bänder, sista lågan, sista eld i hjältens blod, en nationssång. Kungens vilja